Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of Joys of the Junk Era, the show about baseball cards of a certain age and the collectors who love them. I am one of those collectors. You are looking at two stacks of baseball cards. I think there's 14 in each stack. One stack, the big unit, Randy Johnson. The other stack, Dennis Eckersley. Two Hall of Fame pitchers, both elected to the Hall of Fame first time around. Dennis Eckersley much earlier, of course. The Oakland A versus the Randy Johnson played for a million different teams, I think, but he was on the Mariners for a long time, the D-backs. This is my sort of proposition, which you can agree or disagree with, but I don't think that either one of these players has ever had a bad baseball card. Now, they might have been on cards with bad designs, but they are the sort of players, and I think this goes to their sort of this is broader than just a baseball card, but they make a baseball card. They are the sort of like larger than life figures that you think of when you think of really dynamic, interesting, fun to watch, aggressive pitchers. And I think that so it carries through into the baseball card. And I think even when it's a bad design, they can sort of they can sort of save it from total disaster because it is so easy, I guess, photography wise, to capture them just being totally fantastic. It's like everything they do has this incredible intensity. All right, so I'm just going to flip through the Eckersleys and then flip through the Johnsons. I picked 14 because for whatever reason I could only find 14 of my Eckersley cards. I have like a huge stack of Randy Johnsons that I just pulled from. So let's just look at this guy. He does not have a bad baseball card. Like every one, he just looks like he is attacking, pointing aggressively, super intense. Even when he's not pitching, he's just standing there with that intensity and focus. Just totally badass walking off the mound. I just read a minute ago on Wikipedia that he coined the phrase "walk-off homer," which I did not know. I don't know if that's true. It's on Wikipedia, but apparently after the Kirk Gibson home run, it was a walk-off and he walked off, and I guess that's where the phrase came from. I don't know. You can let me know if I'm off base about that. I'm just don't shoot the messenger. But I flipped through my Eckersley cards and realized like there isn't one where he's just being boring. There isn't one where he's like lounging in the dugout. There isn't one where he's making some goofy expression. I can show you some cards that look like that. I'm sure you're familiar with them. None of these even come close. They're just fantastic, exciting cards, and I think it's because of the player that they portray and not necessarily the card design. All right, so let's look at Randy Johnson. You're going to see the same thing. He is like just a big, scary effing dude. Every one of these is just like, it has the intensity that rivals or arguably surpasses Eckersley's, and every one is just an awesome looking baseball card. I mean, these guys are ugly, right? Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that they're sort of ugly beautiful, in a sense that like if you're looking at if you want to see a baseball card of just like a player just totally giving it his all, tearing it up, tearing up the mound, you go to one of these guys, Look at that. I think this is a dupe. Whatever. This was just a off the cuff thought I had as I was organizing these. Even when he's kind of small, he still holds his own on the baseball card. Even when he's smiling, this is like you are not getting into the D-backs stadium, like bouncer look. Look at that. Cross the street. across the street. I think this might be a rookie. I don't know. It's a pretty old Randy Johnson, but you still get the same intensity. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. The premise is these guys don't have bad baseball cards. They just don't. Point me to one. I'm really interested to see it. But they just look. I just want to go back to the bouncer image as I described it because I think it's the most badass. They do a better service to the baseball card than I think most players can offer, given sort of their stature, their reputation, their sort of intensity and focus and general badassness that you can't see on a card that for even a better player like Kirby Puckett, for example, doesn't carry the same sort of intensity that these guys do. And I think it somehow changes the way their baseball cards look. So just a really random thought I had as I was sorting through these, but I'm interested here if you agree or disagree. I realize it's kind of a little bit off the wall, but something I was thinking about, so I thought I would record it and share it. Thanks a lot.